paper crafters, this is Colette. Today I'd love to show you my one-page wonder. These have been around for many years, although I haven't seen a 12 by 12 inch version. So I've created a 12-inch template just for you guys. These are fabulous cards. They're quick, they're easy, they're cheap to make. So they're fantastic for building your stash, for gifting to friends, or for paying it forward and donating a set to charity. Basically, you take one beautiful sheet of paper, and today I'm going to be cutting paper from the Ubud Dream collections, and I'm using Citra, which will be just gorgeous. It's not too busy and it will look great. And what you do is you cut it up as per this template. So what I'm going to do in the video is to show you how to cut this up. You'll be able to download your own version of this template from the Kaisercraft blog and from this link here. And then once I've done that, we'll look at some of the cards that I've created. It's super easy, super quick. Let's get started. So let's go shopping. My favorite bit. So basically, I'm going to be using this Citra from Ubud Dreams, as I've mentioned to you before. And the other things that we are going to need are a pack of Kaisercraft C6 white cards. Now, very important, I've cut each of my cards down to a 4 by 6 inch size. So 4 inch by 6 inch size, so you just need to take a smidgen off each of the cards. These are sold in packs of 10, and my one page wonder makes 11 cards, so you're going to need to grab 2 packs of these. I also need some foam tape. This is Kaisercraft's foam tape. A tape runner. These now are white, so don't look for the green version. So the Kaisercraft tape runner. And I'm going to need some collectibles to match up to my paper. And unfortunately, my shop is sold totally out of all the Ubud Dream collectibles. So just to show you, you know what they look like already. I've used these lots and lots before. So you'd get collectibles to coordinate with your paper. And finally, a little bit of bling that was going to coordinate with your story. Now, just a little tip here. Sometimes you can't get the right color bling to share with your story. So one of the things that I really like to do is I will just buy silver, and I have a lot of the Kaisercraft silver rhinestones, and I will just get an alcohol marker. So this is the Copic marker, and you can see here I've colored some navy blue, but this here would make a really nice kind of red one. So you're just coloring these up really nice, really easy, and within seconds these will be dry, and you can just pop these off and use these on your particular collection, making sure that the colors are really spotless. Now, Kaiser didn't do that really deep navy blue which I wanted, so I've just colored them. So the very first thing I'm doing is I'm cutting away the barcode, so making sure that it's a 12-inch piece of paper. The great thing about the Kaisercraft barcode is that you have all these beautiful little sayings and strips that you can use, so always keep these because you'll be using them at some stage on another project. So I'm going to be referring to my template as I cut. So the first thing I want to draw your attention to is that my template, although it looks confusing, has been designed so you're going to cut it into segments and work within those segments. And you'll see on the templates there is a number. So this tells me that this particular piece is used on card number 9. This one here is used on card number 3. And as I cut, I'm going to be writing those numbers onto my pieces of cut paper. So the first thing I want to do is I want to do a 4-inch cut. So I'm cutting up 4 inches. This piece here I'm now going to rotate, and I'm going to cut this at 6 inches. And then I'm going to do a diagonal cut, and this creates 2 pieces here. And if you look at your template, you can see these 2 pieces here are what I've just cut. And you've got all the sizes, etc. on your template, so you can do that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to label these up. So this piece here needs to be labeled up as number 3. Now make sure you just label up nice and clearly. So number 3, and always just put a little line underneath so you know which direction it's going in. And this top one is going to be number 9. And by putting the line under it, I know it's not going to be a 6. Alright, so they can go to one side. So continuing now with the lower section of this piece, I need to rotate this, and I'm going to cut this at 2.5 inches. And this piece now becomes number 8, card number 8. The bit that I'm left with, I'm going to do a diagonal cut. Again, you can see it's going to be this piece here, so I'm going to cut it on the diagonal this way, so popping it into my paper trimmer on that diagonal cut and cutting it. So this piece here is number 7, and this piece here is going to be also number 7. So what we've just done very quickly is we've cut this whole 4-inch segment. I'm now going to cut my next 4-inch segment. So going back to the piece that I cut off earlier, and I'm going to do another 4-inch cut. Rotating this piece, I'm going to cut it at 6 inches. And now what I want to do from this end here, I need to cut a couple of little pieces. So this is going to be a 1/4 inch strip, a 1 inch strip, and a 3/4 of an inch strip. And the lovely thing about the Kaisercraft trimmer is over here on the right, you've got all those little tiny measurements. So first up, my 1/4 inch strip, my 3/4 inch strip, and my 1 inch strip. Each of these are labelled up for card number 1. So, labelled up, number 1. They can go to one side. Now I need to rotate this, and I need to do 3 little subcuts. And this is going to be, these are 2-inch cuts. So I need 3 2-inch cuts. No, I don't. I need 3 1 7/8. So 1 7/8, guys, remember, zooming in, because I know this gets confusing for everyone, that is the 1 7/8 mark that I'm going to cut on. So I need 3 pieces cut at that. 1, 2, and 3. So these pieces are for card number 6. Sorry, card number 6. So again, I'm going to mark that on the back. Alright, pop those to one side. And I've got this teeny little bit left over, and that's for card number 10. Waste not, what not. Alright. So going back to now the second section that we have, we've got a little bit now left off. So I'm cutting this second section here. So the first bit I need to cut off a 2-inch piece. That's for card number 4. And then I need to cut off another 2-inch piece. And I need to do a diagonal cut. And this one here is for card 11. So just following the template, and this one is for card number 9. And now I'm left with this little piece here. Okay, this is going to be this bit here. So I need to cut 1 1/4 inch pieces. So again, I'm using the right hand edge. So 1, 2, and 3. And these are all for card number 5. And we have again a tiny little piece left over and that's for card number 10, if you can write it on there, card number 10. Now we're going to our final 4-inch strip, which is this segment here, and again I'm going to subcut that into 6 inches. And one of those pieces I need to subcut into 2-inch sections. So I've got 2 2-inch pieces, and these are the 2 on the bottom here, and one is number 2 as you can see, and one is number 4. So on the back I'm going to write 2 and 4. This top section here now, you can see it's 3 inches. So I'm going to pop this under, cut that to 3 inches, and this has got a diagonal cut. So again, just refer to your template for all your measurements and which way the cuts go. And our last little piece, again, this is going to be a diagonal cut from this direction. Yep, you can see that just up there, that's that bit there. So into the trimmer, on the diagonal, and cut. And both of these pieces are for card number 10. Fantastic. So that's all the cutting done for my one sheet wonder. That really is kind of the hardest bit. And now what you need to do, which I think is good, is just to get everything together. So all the bits for card number 10, all the bits for card number 2, number 4, these are for 5, card number 6. So you're just going to segregate all of that, another 11, 9, etc. And you're going to do that all the way through. Okay, so now I've actually cut all my pieces, and it's a case now of simply taking these pieces and sticking them down. I'm not going to show you all 11 cards because that will take way too long in the video, but I will show you pictures of each of the cards, and I'll give you an example here of card number 1. So I have 3 pieces for my card number 1. I've cut my card down to 4 inches by 6 inches, so I'm just going to throw these little bits away, and it's a case now of just sticking this all down. So picking this up into the corner, positioning that down. The same here now with card number, the center section, buttoning that up, sticking that down, and my third little piece. And sticking that down. So that is the first bit for my first card. And let's have a look at a couple of the cards that I've done. So this is one using Cherry Tree Lane, and you can see that's 1, 2, 3, the 3 strips, and I've taken one of the collectibles, a nice little happy birthday stamp here, and I put 3 little rhinestones on the top. This is the same one sheet wonder, but from the Ubud Dream collection, and again 3 strips of paper, and the flower I popped up on foam tape, 3 beautiful dark blue rhinestones, and my little birthday greeting. So all 3 of these are the same card using the one sheet wonder template for card number 1. Now what you can do is start to look through and see what I've done for the other cards. It's going to take too long to do 11 cards like this for each of them, but you can pick these up very quickly. So for card number 2, for example, there's just a single sheet, and for the Ubud Dreams I've actually cut some of the collectibles in half, and this is the same card on the one sheet wonder. You can see that's the core piece running down and the actual cards there. So you continue to do that. Card number 3, we have the diagonal, this bit here and that bit here, and again I've just decorated with the collectibles. Card number 4, It's a bit of a crisscross. There's 2 pieces on each of these cards for this card, and you can see how I've used those collectibles there. Card number 5 are those tiny little squares that we cut, so you can see where they are and how I actually use some of the collectibles again. Next card, I've lost track already, are the bigger pieces, and I've just popped those along the top and used the collectibles. And the next, there's so many with these one card wonders. So this one here, you can see little triangles in each corner, and then I've just added some collectibles. This is our next one, simple strip across the middle and dressing that up with those collectibles. The next one, I've got a large and a small corner going on these ones. This one here, again, large and small corner, and those little tiny bits that we had left over. This is card number 10. And our final card, I've actually got this one that way and that one that way. So the same, if you look at it, it's exactly the same, but I decided to turn one up the other way. And another little tip here, you'll notice I've got a circle. What I've done, this was actually a collectible that I just decided I didn't want to use the back. I simply rotated it and stamped on the back. So that looks quite pretty there as well. So those are my One Sheet Wonder, 11 cards from that one template. As I said, hop over to the Kaisercraft blog. You'll be able to see photographs of each of the individual cards that you can refer to, and you'll see all of the cards that I've made here. And also I got some of my girlfriends to make some cards up using my One Sheet Wonder with different Kaisercraft collections, so you can have a look and see what they've been up to. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Give it a try. They're great cards, as I said, super cheap, super fun, and super quick to make, and the template is not as confusing as you think. My name's Colette. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.